So, hardly a hot take, hardly any different than anything else I've ever said on this channel, really, but I personally think if you consume the same high quality, high production value mountain bike content from, say, the bigger channels on here that I do, it would be pretty easy to start forming an opinion in your brain that to be a mountain biker is to have the latest and greatest in bicycle and component technology, all the latest, greatest, up-to-date, freshest kit, like just looking great. You know, truck, all the equipment that goes with it. Gotta have that. And like, if every ride you do isn't in this absolutely scenic and epic place, what the hell's even the point? I'm gonna switch cameras to this one now. I gotta understand that if that's the content you watch, and you're lucky enough to be able to live that same way as that content, and it's your truth, and you find yourself here on my channel absolutely cobbling together this piece of crap here, that it might provoke you to comment this. Listen, I get the mindset that makes you want to comment something like that. I know it's not unique to just you. There's lots of people who think it, but total L take. Absolute L take. So in response, as a single man operation, low production value mountain bike YouTube channel, I just want to say, you can just be a person with a helmet, cotton t-shirt, pair of homemade cutoff shorts, some beat up Vans BMX shoes, and cheap hardtail put together with parts taken off of other bikes to put together. Throw it in the back of a haggard, lowered Mark V Volkswagen Rabbit. You don't need a Tacoma. My car doesn't even have wiper blades on it right now. And go ride the exact same trails as everyone else and have just as much fun. This is definitely not the line, but all this loam and all this green is just so freaking beautiful. Okay, that is one lap done through a trail that I have not experienced in here yet. Wonderfully loamy, very green. Great work, guys. With the Norton handling it like an absolute champ. So undeniably, the overall price, that's from top to bottom of the selections of mountain bikes, has seen a pretty brutally drastic increase in the last few years. You know why, I don't really need to get into it. But one thing I noticed anecdotally, that is, but I feel like you probably will agree, is there did seem to be this laser focused, concerted effort to get all attention on the most luxurious and premium of products. Like even more than usual. And I mean, I get it. I can't blame a company for wanting to go a little bit more upmarket. The margins are just better up there. The opportunities for higher margin, higher revenue are there. It makes sense to go there. Of course it makes sense. But like, I'm pretty sure in this world, that's only like just this little piece of the pie. That's gonna get to be a pretty saturated market pretty quickly. There is definitely a finite number of people who don't look at price tags and are just like, that one, I'm gonna get that one. Then there's the rest of us who just kind of hung around, like riding our bikes, having a good time. A little bit abandoned, a little bit. See that new exciting product release? Top end gear, going after that top luxury market. Mid-range stuff? Yeah, we quietly released that in the background. You can go buy it if you want. Yeah, whatever. And you know, while I can't prove it, I think it's that pivot to trying to get everything up market with a A clientele that just can't support that many options that have resulted in what we're seeing with Kona and Poulet today. If you've been living under a rock for the last few days, Poulet has filed for bankruptcy, and Kona is trying to be sold by its parent company, Kent. They were at Sea Otter. They let, turmoil. They're in turmoil. Personally, and I'm no marketer, let's be honest, I'm just a cynical mountain bike YouTuber. I'd like to see the mountain bike industry, most of it anyway, come back down to this level, this middle spot with the biggest pool of potential customers, and just give those everyman reasonably priced parts that they create the same exciting releases when they come out and the prideful recognition that they give their higher end products. Like RockShox just released 2 new budget fork options, the Domain and the Silo, and you think you can go onto this platform, YouTube, and find any exciting content from any of the big channels talking about them, getting to try them, showcasing them, doing anything with them on their channels? No. Do I suspect that they will? No. There's just a written review on Pink Bike right now, and on the GMBN Tech channel, Neil at Sea Otter's like, oh look, these budget forks are out from RockShox. Cool. Compare that to the fork release that Fox just did, and this swath of content all coming out from tons and tons of different channels all on the same day. Night and day. Of course, though, Fox was releasing their premiere product. They want to showcase it. It needs to be top of the food chain. It needs all the attention. If they release something more budget-friendly, it would also get just quietly released. I don't know. I just think there's this really great opportunity for some content to be coming out of like people on a trip or something showcasing these mid-range parts that perform so good. And most of us are riding like good, relatable to us content coming out with stuff that we can just kind of look at and be like, oh, I've got that. Like, and just have a little more pride in what it is that we ride instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna get something better, because that's just constantly what you're fed. I think that would be cool. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just think more relatable, good quality content showing how freaking great the mid-range parts are, how capable they are, how good they are. I think that would go a far way at keeping comments like this at bay, and would also serve as a motivator for the people who are trying to get into it but constantly see just the absorbent amount of money that some of these bikes can be, to see it on something that maybe is within an attainable price point being used in a fun, exciting, I don't know. Maybe that person who's on the fence will come into the sport a little bit sooner with something they're a little more proud of.